You are welcome to Your Image, the public relations program, the flagship program of public relations on TV. Today, we are glad to be here, and once again, I'd like to let you know that we have a purpose, and the objective of Your Image is to create harmony, is to engender unity, and to foster national development and growth. It is in doing that we can have a viral nation, we can have a peaceful nation, and we can forge ahead, build our businesses, and then helping the social development of our people. Today, we are having the topic, Enlightenment for Social Harmony and National Integration. And this topic is a fallout of the 2023 colloquium organized by the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. And the theme for that program was Pluralism and Public Opinion Management, Challenges and Prospects for Sustainable Democracy in Nigeria. We are witnesses to the new democracy that we are practicing. And with the current government in power, we are doing all our best to forge unity, to forge a common place for us to grow. Well, I have in my midst Femi Dokunmu. Femi Dokunmu is a public relations consultant and former chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Ogun State chapter, and coincidentally, he is also the chairman organizing committee for the 2023 colloquium of the Ogun State NIPR. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
And I'm equally glad that I have a man who operates in the national interest. And that's Mr. Kolawole Obadina, who is the State Director of the National Orientation Agency in Ogun State. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad to have you.
It's my pleasure.
You've always been a good support in this program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So back to the program. The topic is Enlightenment for Social Harmony and National Orientation. Femi, when you look back, we've just had a program that Ogun State NIPR organized. What were the objectives for coming up with such a topic?
Yes, thank you very much, the moderator. Really, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, as we are all aware, is one of the professional bodies that we have in Nigeria and throughout the world. It is the chapter of the aspect of the one in Nigeria that we call the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, just as we have in many other countries too. And the basic responsibility of public relations is to engender or to build understanding and to build harmonious relationship among people, especially between organizations and the various publics. Of course, when we are talking about social harmony and national integration, we are saying simply that within the society, within the context of Nigeria, there is the need for us to ensure that we reduce areas of contention, areas of conflict, areas that we do not understand each other, bearing in mind the fact that we come from diverse backgrounds. You know, in Nigeria we have different ethnic groups, different religious interests or groups, and we also have different political interests. And so in such an environment where you have pluralism or plural situation that people have diverse opinion, there is the need for you to find a way to harmonize such opinion so that you can reduce disturbances along the, or encumbrances along the line, and then you can be able to get whatever you need to do in terms of national integration, understanding, unity, and so on and so forth. Now, so the NIPR, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Ogun State chapter, felt that against the background of the 2023 elections, you know, a lot of issues came up based on whether we should have Muslim ticket, Whether that in itself is what will make whoever emerges as the president to perform or not. We also had issues which ran on ethnic lines. The Yoruba, the Northerners, Hausas, and the rest, Fulani issues and the rest. So we felt we cannot continue like this. More so, the 2023 elections, we have a volatility of these plural differences that we had. And the NIPR felt we cannot continue that way. If we sustain it, then the nation will be on the precipice. And that is not what we should do. So as public relations professionals who should build understanding, we felt at that point in time, we have a corporate social responsibility to ensure that we do not allow such to continue. And that was the essence of the colloquium that we had. Of course, the theme of that colloquium is pluralism and public opinion management, challenges and prospects for sustainable democracy in Nigeria. We are concerned. We cannot leave it to government alone. We cannot leave it to national orientation agency alone. Government itself cannot provide the necessary fabrics for unity, for understanding, and for our growth. If government is even trying to unite us and we, the people, are using social media to divide ourselves further, then we aren't getting it right. So we should not leave it to government alone. And so the NIPR came up with that responsibility, that social responsibility.
Thank you very much.
To arrest that cause.
Thank you very much, Femi. Well, it seems you have a partner in this program, this project of unifying the country. Well, that's an aspect from an institute. And can we have an overview of the objective of government in ensuring harmony and then, in fact, national integration?
Thank you very much, our able moderator and presenter, producer. We thank you for your inputs and for your national interest. You have actually proved to be patriotic. And from national point of view, we just want to commend Nigeria Institute of Public Relations for all their efforts in the past, even this year, for organizing this year colloquium. The team could not be better than this. It's very apt, even though we have had the election of 2023, but I must emphasize that we still have some election this year. We are still having some election this year. So, and since we are looking at national issues, things that can build us up, can make us better, then we really need to still talk about this issue of national integration. When we talk about national integration in a layman's language, it is whatever we can do to make ourselves to live together in unity without being biased. Irrespective of our age, culture, class, we should continue to look, we continue to see to it that we are brothers and sisters, wherever we may be in Nigeria, whosoever we are. Once we are Nigerian, we should be able to be accommodated. We should feel at home, and we should be able to contribute, and we should have no fear that somebody or some people wanted to marginalize us, or they are not taking care, or we don't have inclusion. So national integration is therefore a platform and a necessity for every person in Nigeria to embrace. For us at National Heritage Agency, we preach national integration. We preach national unity. Indeed, when the blessings that God has given to us in Nigeria is so vast and many that everybody, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Fulani or Kanuri, even if you are from minority group, you should feel at ease because all things have been provided and we can share it together and enjoy ourselves. Please, but these social harmonies, like my brother said, it's also a mobilizer anyway. I'm not surprised. He's now combining the two. But I must find you, sir, that you do not extend this invitation to us in time. We will have been there ourselves. But all this thing, we want to still say that you have done very wonderfully. Social harmony therefore starts from the home, from individual family. Once brothers, sisters relate well, husband and wife relate well, and household relate well with other members of household, even nonetheless, Once we have that social harmony, because we say social, meaning that we are interacting. The interrelationship between people must be cordial. In workplace, we must be cordial. In church, in mosque, we must be cordial. In marketplaces, we must be cordial. When we are relating very well with people, there will be peace. And where there is peace, there will be progress, and it will be easy for us to share things together and also be blessed together. But where we don't have peace, we cannot talk about social harmony. We cannot talk about progress. That is why it is important for us, everybody, whether you are Igbo or you are Yoruba or you are Kanuri, wherever you are in Nigeria, you need to accept the fact that God has brought us together, not only to be together as a Nigerian, but also to help and to share national blessing, national cake together. So for instance, if there are oil in the southeast, there are good traders and agricultural facilities, as well as technological knowledge in the southwest. In the north, people are very good at agriculture. So we depend and we are interdependent. So no nation, no ethnic group, I don't want to use the other language, no ethnic group, all of us are nationals. We are coming together. God has brought us together to complement, to assist, and to be blessed by us, all of us together. So social harmony from home, workplace, religious ground, state level, international, national level is necessary and must be promoted by all of us.
Thank you very much, Director. Femi, yes. At the discourse, it was very clear that there is one critical area of contention among people, and that is the area of the management of public opinion. What lessons have we learned from the gathering in terms of how we should manage public opinion, or what do we consider as public opinion?
Well, thank you very much. Of course, public opinion, as you recall that the lead discussant there was saying that public opinion is opinion that is published opinion, not just public opinion. Because if you have an opinion and that opinion rests in you or resides in you and you do not bring it out to the public, it has not become public opinion. So it is only when you publish, when you discuss such opinion with some people at the interpersonal level, dialogue level, or when you now publish it in the social media, for instance, or through any form of medium. It could be the electronic medium, it could be the print media and all that. So once you now make it public, and to the level that it now begins to influence how people perceive different government actions, policies, statements, and programs, it becomes public opinion. That was the definition we had, and I want to agree with that. Now, once you have public opinion, that you, as government, you want to decide how do you galvanize, how do you harness, or how do you harvest public opinion. It must be a deliberate thing. You know, public relations is deliberate. Before government comes up with statements, before government comes up with policies and programs, there is the need to identify who are the essential relevant publics, whose opinion or perception, feelings, desires on that matter, on the issue that you want to discuss matters. Okay. And then you must have a way of calling them together, or you must have a way of going to them and seeking out those opinions, how they want those things to apply. That is why at the national level, or the National Assembly level, or even the state houses of assembly, you have the public hearings before bills are passed and all that, so that people can have contributions. So before you come up with policies, there is a need for you to note that public opinion is important. Then as we go on implementing the various programs, which we want to believe that government will be faithful to the opinion that they have sought, then we also need to look at it at different stages. is the way we are implementing this thing okay? Is it creating some bad blood or conflicts? Or people do not even have confidence in government? Look at the period where we were trying to change is it Naira swapping or change Naira redesign or what have you? You know, at every stage of that policy, opinion of people matters, and that was why at some stages some people had to go to court. And the outcome of the court indicates that there must be a modification, a change in that policy. That is, the public opinion does not favor the way the policy was going. So you need to look at that, and then you can review and change. Then at the final stage, you must also look at it, because you must have set some objectives. For whatever you are doing, the policies must achieve some objectives. At the end of the day, you must also go back to have a feedback from the people. Have we succeeded through feedback now? Have we succeeded in achieving the objectives which we really want to achieve? Look at the case of the withdrawal of subsidy on fuel and all that. There is the need to constantly go back to the people. Has that policy achieved the objectives? If it has not, how do we cushion the effects and so on and so forth? So government must be responsive at every stage of seeking public opinion, managing it, and then using it to achieve harmony and integration and development, as the case may be.
Well, good submission there. And Director, you see that in the public space, there have been always agitation. People saying their interest, their opinion were never adequately considered on issues and on projects. What is government doing to reduce this kind of phenomenon?
Well, first and foremost, let me just say that government is appreciative of public opinion. Let me just say that number two, that government is listening to people's opinion. Government also listens to pressure groups.
Okay.
You might not know, because public opinion at the end of the day is channeled by pressure groups. NIPR now can be a pressure group. Every organization that is outspoken, that is formidable, becomes a pressure group, not necessarily political party. NGOs, they are pressure groups. So for us as NOAA, for instance, government established MOE. One of our principal responsibilities, therefore, is to obtain, compile, and collate public opinions in form of feedback to government. Okay. Now, what I mentioned about some issues, some government policies, it's actually true. Government have policies. It's not that we are not good at formulating policy. We are having a problem in implementation. Implementation because it is human that is doing the work. Implementation because there are some people who are bent at frustrating government policies and programs, even activities, for their selfish ends. The CBN redesign program, for example, now, had a problem, not just because it's the first time. It wasn't the first time we have been redesigning Naira. No, that's not the first time. But this time around, it had problem because of the implementation procedures. And when MA, for instance, get to know that there is an outcry, what they call public opinion now, that this problem is not favorable, we wrote to the government sensitive reports that make government to be divine and put an end to it. Apart from the fact that court also ruled that that decision should be reviewed and that the government should gradually withdraw the money before December. And I can tell you today now that the money, the circulation is being withdrawn gradually, while more are being put in place. So when you now have problem or policy somersault, is because of the way it is implemented. Every nation is doing it, every 5 years or 8 years at most. Every nation is doing it. But we had a problem that time because of the way we did it. The time was too short, and the limit was too small to meet Nigerian needs. We are not living in the past. So when you look at the issue of fuel subsidy right now, people are talking about government has put a policy on the ground. Not just now, government does not just wake up. My colleague here knows about when in the 1990s, when we started about this deregulation. Dr. Oji Adebayo was our state director then. I was in Shagamu local government. We're talking about this thing. But the truth of the matter is, when we started this problem of deregulation, people reacted. There was a serious outcry against the policy. And the government, led by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, our president then, decided that, look, because of public opinion, because of the pressure group here and there, let's put this thing on hold. Yeah, they are trying, they also put on hold. But this is the time. You remember all those agitation all over the place. Government knows about it. Government is a listening organization. Organ of government is listening.
But people are saying that the government is not listening enough.
No, it's not that it's not listening enough. Government cannot leave everything to pressure groups. It will be abuse. There is administration. There is a need for us to checkmate certain things. Certain things, like for instance, this fuel removal of all subsidy removal. Government has to do it because we cannot continue with the way we have been doing it. You will see that in a few months' time now, one of the refineries will come on stream. Government does not need to tell you everything, but as they are saying this one, they will be doing what will make what they are saying to work. Government is already working to ensure that refineries work and the prices come down. But everything has to go one after the other. If everybody is saying that government is not listening to them, all that you need to do is to is to speak out. When you speak out, or you give us and you send us an email at noahogustate@yahoo.com, we will see your email. You can give us a call, you can come to our office, you can write a petition, leave it. Government will hear you. We have officers in all 20 local governments of Ogun State, and they are always on the ground to listen and to write report to us, which we send to Abuja as a feedback. There's no way everybody is speaking that government will not know. I'm telling you the truth. Even we monitor media, we monitor social media to ensure that we get what people are saying, and government gets information back as a feedback. So government is listening, and I want to assure you that government is listening and wanted to do the right thing. It is me and you that should also complement effort by doing our own side of the issue.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Obadina. Of course, we still have ample opportunity to discuss on this critical issue, but time will not permit us. What I would just say is that the coming week, we're going to look at the challenges that were given to the stakeholders at that forum. Okay. Talking about the population practitioners, talking about the media, talking about the people and others. But in this moment, we will have to call it quits. This is how far we can take as far as this course is concerned. Remember, the topic is the Enlightenment for social harmony and national integration. And it's a critical assessment of the 2023 colloquium organized by the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. And the topic was pluralism and public opinion management, challenges and prospects for sustainable democracy in Nigeria. We're interested in growing the nation. We're interested in creating harmony. We're interested in ensuring that there's peace, growth, and genuine dividend of democracy to our people. It is on this note that I would like to appreciate Femi Dokunmu.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure being here.
It's always nice to have you.
And I can assure you that the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations will continue to partner with government towards ensuring that we have harmony and understanding in Nigeria.
Femi Dokunmu is a PR consultant, former chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations in Ogun State, and is also a thoroughbred professional in the area of management.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Kolawole Obadina, we thank you.
It's my pleasure, sir.
You've always been a great partner.
Thank you so
much.
much.
We feel that this is a great job you are doing for government. We will see more dividends of democracy.
That is very, very true.
Thank you for coming on the platform.
It's my pleasure.
Viewers, we thank you